I'm Kirk, dirt bike freestyle photographer in the DMV area. This is a question and answer session for Devyn. One of the questions from Devyn was, how did I come up with the style of imagery? And I believe that's what the question was. How did I come up with the editing style and the style of image that I put out? I like very high contrast, very detail oriented images. And that's really what I set out to do. I've been editing for quite some time before I started shooting, but I went onto YouTube, of course. I was looking at various editing styles and techniques, but nothing really suited, my taste. But what I did, I pretty much developed my own. I know what I wanted and how I went about developing the high contrast images, very sharp, very detailed, rich colors and everything. So that's the short of it, for real. The next question was, I believe, why did I choose the 1DX Mark II over more or less any other camera? Well, I initially started shooting with the only camera I had at the time was a 50D. And I started with that, shooting the scene that was definitely inadequate as far as shooting, to me, motorsport or anything fast action. So I had to upgrade, and more or less the camera chose me. I didn't choose it because I wasn't really intended on spending the amount of money. We all know what a 1DX runs, Mark II, so no need to mention money, but I love the camera and I believe the camera is more than adequate for my needs. And from jumping from a 50D straight to a 1DX Mark II, that was a big leap for me. And the situation came as to where that suited my needs with focusing and also the tracking, of course, full frame and everything else that comes with that particular camera. But trust me, you won't be disappointed. As for the question from Devyn also was RAW versus JPEG. Which do I choose and do I use both? I primarily shoot RAW. I edit it in RAW. Question is, how much do I charge for my images? Typically, it's 2 for $30. Each additional is about 10 to 15. Sometimes I sell them for 20 each. It depends on the rider. The riders are notoriously cheap. The younger riders, I don't believe they can appreciate a very nice print, but the kids are street guys. The end result, I would like for them to buy the image. I would pretty much give the image away if they was to get a very large print, say 40 by 60, something huge, framed up with a nice aluminum floating frame or something. Hit them in the head, $500-600 for that. You know what I mean? Primarily, the 70-200 is the tool of choice, but sometimes you can't really use it when guys come a little too close with the bikes when the action is kicking ass. But oftentimes, if I intend to shoot, I intend to get closer to the riders, and I intend to use the 24-70 to distort perspective using that particular lens at 24. How do I prepare? I don't know. I just show up on the scene, the stunt spot, or if there is a meet. For instance, MLK is coming up. Everybody's going to be in Miami. So I got the tools with me. 1DX, batteries charged. I have hella memory cards, CFast cards, and the 70-200. That's my tool of choice because I love the perspective. I love the images that it produces, and obviously the scenery.